Hey, sweeties. Have y'all joined the Tea Party yet? The Tea Party is the official VIP group for Tea and Talk, where you get even more, including merchandise, early access to episodes, extra episodes, shout-outs, and more. The Tea Party is a community for women like me and you. Girl, you better stop playing and get the tea while it's hot. Join the Tea Party by clicking the link in the show notes. Hey, sweet teas, and welcome to Tea and Talk, a self-development podcast. I'm your host, Tafia Stokes. You know, they say a woman is like a cup of tea. You can't tell her strength until you put her in hot water. Well, the water is hot, sis, so let's see your strength. Grab your tea and get comfortable, and join me as I get into it on this episode of Tea and Talk. Happy Sunday, sweeties, and thanks for joining me on another episode of Tea and Talk, where the tea is always hot and the talk is sweet. I'm your host, Tafia Stokes. So I wanted to take this time, and I was going through, my stats on Tea and Talk, and I realized that there's a lot of people that actually listen to my podcast all over the world, literally. So I wanted to take the time to shout out those cities, those places. So I am in 102 countries and 1,407 cities I am listened to. Thank you. The U.S. is at the top. Then there's the United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, South Africa, Algeria, Morocco, Germany, Saudi Arabia, France, and the list goes on. Thank you guys for taking the time to listen to me and share and download my episodes. The cities that I'm in, my city is not even the top. I'm surprised. But Columbus, Ohio, Atlanta, Georgia, Ho, Ohio. Then my city, Syracuse, New York, Lake Stevens, Washington, Centennial, Colorado, Houston, Texas, Manhattan, New York, Chicago, Illinois, San Antonio, Texas. Thank you guys for listening. Keep listening. I love it. I love it, love it. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep pumping out that great content for y'all and keep connecting with you all. So thank you. Share, comment, leave a review, join the VIP group, the Tea Party, join the Tea and Talk email list, DM me on Instagram. I want to connect with you all. All right, so have you ever been in a relationship with someone and after time you sort of fall off? Meaning you sort of disconnect in a way and things aren't the same as they once were or as they were when you first got together. That feeling of disconnect happens to the best of us. It happens more so when you have multiple things on your plate to juggle, such as late work hours, caring for the children, caring for the home. Well, all that goes in your day to day. It isn't unheard of to feel that disconnect from your partner. You're expected to do all of that. Drink your water, focus on your mental health, and be a significant other. When do you have time for you and your partner? When do you make the time to nourish a relationship? In order for us to nourish that relationship, we must put in the work and complete the actions that will lead us in reconnecting so we can continue to go down the path of growth. My husband and I have times where we are so caught up and in the thick of different projects that there will be times when we look up and we're like, wait, it's been 3 days and we haven't carved out time for us. Then just add in my son, and he wants to be a part of everything. So we can have a lot on our plates, but then we recognize and do things to reconnect. Like watching a movie together, it can be simple, listening to music, and our favorite is our pillow talk at night. So we assess and address. We always find our way to reconnect with one another and keep that growth going. And so I know you're thinking, well, how do we start to reconnect, or what do I do to continue to grow that relationship? One necessity is to discuss your feelings within the relationship. This tends to be the hardest thing to do, and that's because you think about how you don't want to hurt the other person, so you may hold back or push your true feelings down until the point of them festering and causing stress and mental anguish within yourself. Going this route is not only unhealthy for you, but also very unhealthy for your relationship. You may begin to resent that person in that relationship and push away and possibly completely disconnect. It is so crucial to discuss how you feel whenever you can with your spouse or partner. Discussing your feelings will not only help your partner understand you on a different level, but also help prevent future pain and hurt. It will help them to better care for you and to better love you. Remember, most people are not mind readers, so don't expect anyone to understand how you feel just because. Say it and make it clear. You have to be true to yourself 110% of the time. Make expressing your emotions part of your regular day-to-day with your spouse. Have coffee and talk about your emotions, or before bed, take time to express emotions. Therefore, start in the morning with a clean slate or going to bed with a clear head. I don't know about you all, but after 2020 made us have a seat, rethink, and reflect, I realized that I had parts of me that I needed to heal. I think that having so much time on our hands caused us to have much more time with our thoughts. The beginning of 2020, I knew that who I was and who I wanted to be were not the same. I knew that in order to get from living in the past to living in the present and preparing for my future, I had to become the best version of myself. In order to become the best version of myself, I had to begin to heal my emotional wounds. I began my healing journey, and I feel more like myself than ever. I want to do the same for you all. I've created a course entitled Start to Heal Your Emotional Wounds. The course is now open for enrollment. You can click the link in the show notes to enroll and save your spot. There is a discount on the course for 1 week only, and then it goes back to the original price. Included in that discount, you will also receive my mini ebook entitled Express Your Repressed. And it's tips to help you learn to express yourself. Don't miss this opportunity. Click the link in the show notes and enroll now and save your spot. Setting relationship goals also helps you to reconnect with your partner or spouse. Take the time together to look at where you are in your relationship as well as where you each are individually. Determine where you want to go and be in the future in your relationship and think about the necessary steps to get there. Maybe you want to be married by age 28, have children by age 30, buy a house by 25, travel the country or the world, start a business together or whatever. Discussing those goals will connect you with your spouse even more so because you guys are discussing something together. You are planning something together. You will take those steps together and you will achieve those goals together. Having goals together gives something to look forward to together, and that will keep you both excited and motivated, creating momentum in your relationship. Another great way to connect is to create new habits together. Make every Friday evening date night. Make it a habit to not have phones at the dinner table or between certain hours in order to cherish the time you have so you can converse. Maybe you make it a habit to go for a walk every morning together. Maybe you work out in the evenings together or have bedtime talk every night. Whatever the habit, make sure that both parties are agreeable. All in all, excited about the habit. This again will give you something to look forward to in order to do together. It will bring you closer, nourish your relationship, and help you have better understanding and hopefully open communication. You both will have one another to hold each other accountable for sticking with the habit, so make it a good one. Trying new things together is great at closing the gap between you and your spouse. Get off of autopilot by going to the same restaurant, ordering in from the same place, watching the same types of movies. Get out of your comfort zones. Go salsa dancing. Try a new type of food that you both never had. Go to a new restaurant that everyone raves about. Try something new and freaky in a bedroom. Keep the excitement new, the romance blooming, and the relationship growing. Don't allow it to get old, stale, and undesirable. This is one that both myself and my husband struggle with, being spontaneous. In the past, we would both need a few days' notice before any plans or else we both sort of shut it down. But how can you keep it new and exciting if you are so caught up on a rigid schedule or time frame? This is where I would say get comfortable being uncomfortable and do things on a whim. Take a romantic weekend together or whatever it is, but don't be so rigid. Watch the sparks fly in your relationship and the connection and bond grow stronger than ever. Be the first to initiate moments for you and your spouse to connect. This could be anything from initiating sex in the bedroom or finding moments throughout the day to just connect, whether through a hug, quiet moment glaring in each other's eyes, little love notes left around the house for each other, or what have you. Put your little spin on it and make it unique to your relationship, but initiate it. Don't ever let the art of flirting with one another get old or boring. Let your spouse know that they still got it and that you still very much want it. Lick your lips when you walk past them. Bat your lashes to gain their attention. Grab or smack that ass. Flirt like you are new in love and got something to prove. This is something my husband and I are forever doing. We flirt all day, every day, and it's like it's brand new all the time. Never feels old, forced, or boring. Giggling as we sneak kisses in the kitchen or holding hands in the dining room. Flirt. Keep it exciting, y'all. Don't feel guilty for your relationship having a small disconnect. Evaluate the situation, assess, address, reconnect, and continue to do things throughout to nourish it. What are some things that you all do to keep the relationship connected, strong, and blooming? I want to hear your tips and tricks. Feel free to contact me and let me know. Stay connected and keep it exciting. I look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, y'all, love and light. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Tea and Talk. Stay tuned every Monday for new episodes. If you love Tea and Talk, be sure to give a rating and your feedback at the end of this episode. Want more Tea and Talk? Join the Tea Party VIP group. Click the link in the description of this episode to learn more. I'm excited to talk to you all next week. So until next time, love and light.